Hey, friends, welcome back to another episode on the Lovely Home Podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about why you should stop vacuuming every single week. Now, hold on before you come at me. I promise there's a reason why I'm saying this, and you'll just have to keep listening to find out. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Hey, lovely. Welcome to the Lovely Home Podcast, where I, your host, Evelyn, will help you refocus on feeling grace over guilt in your mind, life, and home. Are you tired of feeling like you're not doing enough? Do you wish you could have healthy routines and rhythms? Do you crave a clean and lovely home? Well, that's what I'm here for. We'll discuss how you can feel lovely with Christ as your foundation and how you can practically create rhythms that work for your body, your mind, and your home. I'm a wife, sister in Christ, homemaker, and the creator of the Lovely Home Planner, and God has called me to encourage women, point them back to Christ, and go about your home with a unique to you way. Are you ready? Grab your Lovely Home Planner or a journal, a pen, and something to sip on, and let's chat about all things lovely. First of all, thank you so much for tuning in today for the Lovely Home Podcast episode. I am ecstatic to be in your ears again and just to have your attention. That is very kind. Thank you so much. We're going to figure out what is something that you find lovely right here and right now. Look around. You see it? Nice. I'm currently looking at a beautiful mason jar of flowers that fills me with joy and makes me feel so lovely. For sure, my lovely thing of today's episode. All right, moving on. You guys, I have something exciting to say. You do not have to vacuum every single week. You also, if you do not have to vacuum on a specific day of the week. I am setting you free. I'm setting you free, you guys. I feel like we all have fallen prey to the pretty super simple cleaning routines that we see either on Pinterest or on TikTok or in a book that we've read. It's really easy to fall prey to thinking that we can fit vacuuming on a specific day of the week. I'm setting you free. Now you might be wondering, okay, Evelyn, well then when am I going to vacuum? Because I'm never going to vacuum if you tell me not to vacuum on a specific day. Well, let's back up. Before I spill the beans on that, we just need to remember something about the female design. Our amazing body, which God has designed and called lovely and thinks is very wonderful and beautiful because, again, it's God's design, runs on a 28-day hormone cycle versus a man who runs on a 24-hour hormone cycle. What does that mean? That means throughout the entirety of a month, just about, your hormones are going to be fluctuating, going up and down, giving some, losing some, taking some away, reproducing for an entire 28-day cycle. So saying that we're going to vacuum every single Tuesday, for example, is not achievable. Why? Because a woman's body, the way that we are literally designed, our capacity mentally, physically, emotionally cannot handle repetitive to-dos like a robot. We are not a robot. We are women. So that's something I want you to take away from this episode. As a newlywed wife, I want you to remember that you run on a 28-day hormone cycle. You are supposed to have inconsistency within your month, and your energy levels will change. Okay. Now that I've said that, now that I have spoken my piece, there are women out there right now, like myself included, who do not really have a very trackable woman's cycle. Like, I still have fluctuating motions like crazy, but I can't necessarily track my phases. Or if you are pregnant, which I know some of you are, congratulations, that is so awesome. I'm so happy for you guys. If you are pregnant, obviously, you're not going to have the same menstrual cycle as you did before you got pregnant. So, what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to your energy levels. And then I want you to pay attention to your love languages. Now, what does this mean? So, whenever we are going throughout a month and we are feeling all sorts of different emotions, and our energy levels are different, and our motivation levels are different and constantly changing, it's a fun exercise to go through each week of the month or each day, honestly. Like for me, this is a daily practice, but for each day of the month or each week or whatever, you can figure out what your love language is. And your love language will be different. If you've never heard of love languages before, here's a quick little rundown. So, the love languages, like the 5 love languages, are created by Gary Chapman. It's an amazing book that I highly recommend reading, especially with your husband. But it talks about how you usually will have 1 or 2 love languages. Women, on the other hand, I have come to find out due to personal research and experience and market research, where I've been asking a bunch of different ladies. If you are one of those ladies, hello, hi. But I have discovered that women oftentimes feel like they have all 5, right? It depends on the day, depends on the week, but we can have our own personal cycle of love languages. And now, what on earth does this have to do with your floors? If you pay attention to your love languages, you can actually figure out what cleaning to-dos match which love language. For me, doing floors, falls under 2 different love languages: physical touch and acts of service. Now, why 2? Because as y'all know, floors are a bunch of different things. Like, it's not just vacuuming, it is mopping, it is sweeping, it is vacuuming rugs, it is using the Swiffer if you want to. So doing your floors can be so much more than just vacuuming. And to me, each of those things that I listed, whether it be mopping, vacuuming, using the Swiffer, those all fall under 2 different love languages. To me, mopping is acts of service, but vacuuming rugs or carpet is physical touch, because I can't explain it. It just works for the way that my brain is wired specifically. This is going to be different for each person, though. Maybe doing your floors is quality time instead of physical touch. I'm sorry, I just realized I basically jumped like crazy. So I was talking about Gary Chapman and how Gary Chapman is the creator of the 5 love languages. What are the 5 love languages? In case you're lost, now I will explain to you what the 5 love languages are. There's physical touch, which is where you enjoy and receive or give love through what it literally is, physical touch. So hugging, holding hands, things like that. There's acts of service, where you like to do things out of love, or you like to receive help or work as receiving love from someone. There's gifts. You can like giving gifts as a form of love or receiving gifts as a form of love. There's quality time, which is where you like to spend time with the person that you love, or you like to receive time from the person that you love. And then there is words of affirmation. And this is where you like to either give kind words or you like to receive kind words. And that's how your cup is filled up. So basically, all of these things fill up your cup. Giving a specific love language to your spouse will fill up your cup, and receiving a specific love language from your spouse will fill up your cup. Now, back to what I was saying before. In the book, it says you can have 2 or 3. But again, I think women, because of our different energy levels, because of our different hormone cycles, I believe that we experience all 5 of the love languages throughout the month. And each of those love languages can have a list of home to-dos paired with them. Now, today we're just going to focus on floors. So I want you to get a notebook. If you don't have a notebook, that's okay. You can also just do this exercise in your brain. But I want you to think of what love language is speaking to you right now. Like, I want you to just take a minute and think about your day so far. What has filled you up? What made you happy? Was it the kiss from your husband when he was leaving for work? Was it the quality time that you got to experience with him while getting ready for work? Was it the gift of him bringing you coffee? Like, what on earth filled you up? And also, what did you want to give? Like, how did you want to give love today? And now I want you to think of those love languages and I want you to apply them to your floors. So, your floors. When you think of vacuuming your floors, what love language do you think matches vacuuming the most? Like I said, mine was physical touch, but yours could be a totally different thing. All right, now I want you to think again about the love language you're feeling. Does it match the one that you paired with your floors? If it does not match the one that you paired with your floors, then you know you should not vacuum today. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So when we figure out what our love language for the day is, then we know how to move forward with our home to-dos. This is why it is so important to go through all of your home to-dos. Like, come up with a list of everything that you need to have done in your home, and then pair a love language to each of those things. And then on the days where you are feeling that specific love language, you can focus on that list of things. This way, you are pouring into your home in a way that you know will fill up your cup and help you feel more loved. You can also, if you notice that doing the floors is not something that matches your love language for the day, then you can actually go to your spouse and you can ask him, what is your love language of the day? And usually men will have just one or two because they have a 24-hour hormone cycle, right? So their energy levels are pretty much like all across the board, somewhat the same. Whereas for women, again, it's insanity and it's beautiful and it's lovely and it's supposed to be chaotic because God designed it to be low-key chaotic. So thank you, Jesus, for your design. But anywho, your husband will have one or two love languages. And whatever those love languages are, if they match the love language that you like feel in your brain, in your body, in your heart, I don't know how to explain it any other way. Like, if his love language is the same love language that matches the floors, that's such a weird sentence. Then you know you can ask your husband if he can vacuum the floors today while you focus on other tasks that match your love languages. So this is also a great way on how you can outsource tasks in a kind and loving way. You can literally say, babe, it would make me feel so loved if you could vacuum the floors today, because it would be him using his love language instead of you trying to force yourself to do a home task that really is not matching with your energy levels. If you love vacuuming and if vacuuming is something that you feel beautiful about and love so much and you would vacuum every single day if you could, then this episode is not for you. You are doing a great job and I'm so proud of you. And I wish I was like you, but I'm not. I do not enjoy vacuuming. I find it very exhausting, very draining, very frustrating sometimes. And it is something that I really have a hard time doing. But ever since I started this love language thing, it's a lot easier for me to actually do my floors. Like, I've done my floors. This is so embarrassing, you all. I have done my floors more this year than I probably have done. Okay, I don't want to say over the course of my entire marriage because that's 4 years and that's really gross. But I know I have done my floors more often in the last 4 months than I think I have for sure in the last year. Oh, that sounds so bad. But anyways, that it's true because I was trying to force myself to vacuum every single Thursday, and that did not match my energy levels. And also my energy levels were whack because my body was going through some things, and it still is. And that's why having the love language method has been so helpful for me personally. Now, this is something that it's helpful for me, and I wish it to be helpful for you too, and I hope and pray that it is helpful for you too, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that you have to try this. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say this is the only way, because that is so not true. Every body is different, and every home is different, and every season of life is different, and your brain works so differently compared to my brain. My brain connects well with the love language, but your brain could connect with something completely different. But if you are wanting to give this a try because it is literally built off of how your brain works, like your brain is the one that comes up with your own love languages. Your brain associates what task belongs to what love language. If you are wanting to give this a try because it solely is coming from inside of your brain and not being copied or and pasted or plugged and played from a book or another podcaster or another Pinterest pin or whatever, then I highly suggest giving it a try. But again, no pressure ever. You run your home exactly how you want to run your home because it is literally your home and you're making it lovely just by being there. So, yes, I'm setting you free from the belief that you have to vacuum your floors every single week. You do not. You can outsource it to your husband if it matches his love language, or you can wait until it matches your love language. Because I promise you, friend, I promise you, you will wake up and have a day where if you don't usually have an acts of service day, you are going to wake up and you're going to see that you're feeling acts of service that day. And on that day, and if acts of service is where you've put the vacuuming or doing your floors or what have you, then on that day is when you pour into it. But don't feel like you have to pour into it every single week or every single Thursday. Just because you're not vacuuming your floors every single week, like everything says you need to do, you are not lazy. You are not broken. Your energy levels are fluctuating because that is how your body is designed. You are not failing. You are not failing. I promise you, you are just living in the beautiful body that God has given you. So rest in grace, give yourself grace, and please feel peace in your home today. And just, I hope weight just falls off your shoulders when you realize that it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not. That is my encouragement to you today, friend, to dive into your love languages. So, okay, quick little recap because I feel like this episode was low key, a little bit chaotic. What you're going to do is you are going to think about your floors, think about all the different ways that you do your floors, whether it's run the Roomba, Swiffer, sweep, vacuum, mop, steam mop, all the different things that we do for our floors. I want doing the rugs. I want you to pair each of those things with a different love language that you have. And then, like, just whatever one speaks to you, that's the one that belongs to. And then, after you do that, you are going to ask yourself, I like to do it on a daily basis, but you're going to ask yourself, what's today's love language? And then with the answer to that question, if it matches the love language that your floors, anything for your floors falls under, then you can focus on that thing. If it does not, then you can pause and wait for a day where you know that love language will come up. And if your husband's love language matches any of the floor to-dos that you have, you can kindly ask him and let him know that it would fill up your cup and make you feel so loved if he could help you do the floors on whatever day. So anyways, that's the recap from today's episode. I know it's kind of a silly episode, but I hope having an episode like specifically for your floors is helpful. All right. Because I know floors are exhausting. There's dog hair, there's pet hair, There's stairs, and sometimes there's vinyl versus tile and carpet versus other carpet. Floors can be so chaotic, and so many different energy levels happen with floors. So let's take a step back and dissect them in a way to where we can figure out mentally what are we capable of doing today. Just today. We don't have to be a robot. We don't have to repeat every single week. Just focus on today, and then tomorrow focus on tomorrow. And do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Matthew 6:34. All right, friends, let's dive into our Would You Rather question. Please don't forget that in the show notes below, you can go and submit your own Would You Rather question that you would like me to answer in a simple little Google form. If you would like to stay anonymous, you totally can. Or if you want to have your name listed so you can be mentioned in the episode, you can also do that. Today's Would You Rather question is, would you rather be trapped in a video game or would you rather be trapped in a movie? There's so many questions to this. What is the movie? Because if I knew what the movie was, I'd say the movie. But a video game, interesting. Aren't they kind of the same thing? I think I will have to say a movie. As long as it's a good movie. That's so hard. What would you say, though? I think I would still go with movie. I think. And hope that it's a good movie and not a sad movie or a scary movie. All right, but I want to know what you would say. So you can either DM us on our Instagram page at the Lovely Home Podcast, or you can email us at shopallthingslovelyco@gmail.com, or you can simply leave a 5-star written review right here on Apple Podcasts. Okay. You are lovely, and so is your home, and I'm excited to hear your response to the Would You Rather question. And I'm also excited for you to do this exercise with your love languages. It's going to be so fun. And really, if you do this, if this is something you choose to do, I want to hear all about it. I want, let's celebrate our victories together, and let's celebrate the fact that we just did our floors feeling the most free ever. Okay? Okay. You are lovely, and so is your home, and I hope you have an amazing week. I will talk to y'all next Monday. Goodbye! Did you enjoy today's episode? What was your favorite part? I would love to hear about it on a Lovely Rhythms call, as well as discuss with you how you can create lasting rhythms that work for your mind, your menstrual phase, and your love languages. You can book your Lovely Rhythms call right now at allthingslovely.co. And if you've just run out of note-taking space, I highly recommend you checking out the Lovely Home Planner while you're on the website. This undated planner can help you create rhythms that are founded on grace instead of guilt, and is filled with encouragement specifically designed by me for Christian homemakers. It would be such a gift if you left a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts, as well as leaving a 5-star rating on any of your podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to know a way that you can encourage another sister in Christ, go ahead and send them this episode so that they can begin their journey in feeling more grace and less guilt in their mind, life, and home. And lastly, I want to know you're listening. So take a screenshot, upload it to your Instagram story, and tag us at Lovely Home Podcast. Know that you are lovely, and so is your home, because of what Christ has done for you. And I look forward to talking to you again next week on a Lovely Home Podcast. Goodbye!